or a vehicle that will go into a parking space sideways.
There's just one drawback. These wheels only work at very low speeds. But this is just a prototype to prove a concept. So Mike's sold.
I think we're onto something. We got to get some of these wheels.
But a few days in, they have yet to truly begin.
He's gone mad with sideways power!
This prototype better get up to speed and fast.
Back to work, you.
Coming up,
End of the line.
our prototype hits major delays.
I think we're probably looking at 2-3 days.
And later, Have Couch will travel.
One chicken, please.
Have fun driving the sofa.
But will the world's first traffic-busting car be as big a hit? The team at Prototype This is sick of too much traffic and not enough parking space.
I hate traffic.
They're trying to get out of gridlock forever by transforming a car into a traffic buster so it can drive over traffic and self-park sideways on top of another car. With the team having already found wheels that can move in any direction, now Terry and guest builder Kevin's plan is put into action, requiring over a ton of welded steel and some seriously heavy lifting. And the best way to get that much lifting power? Hydraulics.
There's a car park around the corner that uses hydraulics to lift cars up. I'm going to go over there, take a look, and see if I can learn something.
These hydraulic stack parkers lift up to 6,000 pounds, but they're huge and unwieldy.
You can see my house from here.
The challenge is to get this much lifting power onto the traffic buster and stay street legal. Back on the island, Joe and Zaz have decked out a golf cart with 4 types of sensors. They're looking for the traffic buster's electronic eyes so it will be able to park itself.
There are tons of different sensors out there, but we've chosen 4 that we need to experiment with for this project.
Infrared sensors. These are used in remote controls and automatic doors.
Ultrasonic sensors, which are used for industrial automation and robotics.
Stereo cameras. These high-tech sensors are used in advanced robots.
And whisker switches, which are just physical switches.
At this point, we're going to keep the human in the loop. We're going to have a blindfolded human, which will be me, driving the golf cart.
About 9 inches.
I'll be listening to the sensor output and trying to navigate the golf cart through the course without crashing into anything.
4 electronic eyes, 2 nerds, 1 crazy scheme.
Commencing blindfold golf cart test.
10-4, good buddy.
So it's off to an indoor go-kart track to try out their 4 self-parking sensors in relative safety. And it's time to start testing.
Basically, I'm going to be driving along with a blindfold. We're going to have various sensors, and they're going to be actually reading out in a voice their results, and just to see if I can drive them. Because if I can't drive it, there's no way we can program a car to do it.
1 lap per sensor should tell them all they need to know. The whisker switch gives little or no warning.
Am I even near the wall?
I don't know. Are you?
Front 15 inches.
The infrared's not bad.
32 inches.
The ultrasonics do well.
Stop.
Front 7 inches.
Up to a point.
Center
And the
20.
stereo camera is like driving a dream.
Left 48 inches.
From the blindfolded driver's point of view, it's nice that you get, like, left, middle, and right.
Yay! We did it.
I think it's pretty clear that we can't rely on any one of these sensors. We're going to have to use a combination of them. And so I think we should use the stereo cameras and either the infrared or the ultrasonic, and maybe even both.
With Joe and Zaz on the right track to finding an automated parking system, the next day, Terry buzzes into Kevin's shop where he's come to supervise. But always the team player, Terry jumps right in to get his hands dirty.
I had a little too much coffee today, so I'm going to weld fast.
The plan is to lift the truck using 4 posts powered by hydraulics. But where is it all going to fit?
Leaving the posts just sticking up in the air certainly was the obvious way to go, but then you'd obscure your vision. It wouldn't necessarily be legal in a lane of traffic. So folding this up and having some transformer aspect to this machine was critical.
Terry's not convinced.
I have a premonition. Here's what it is.
Whether Terry's vision is true and the truck topples or not, the high lifter's got to be built. So Kevin drafts in his welding team. With an estimated 600 separate welds to be done, there's plenty to keep them busy. Saturday night comes and goes, and the wheels of the prototype industry keep on turning. Then suddenly, they seize up. The air compressor that powers the big machines has failed. The shop falls silent. And on a weekend, there's no way to get a replacement.
I got 4 guys here working on a Sunday, and what happens? The compressor that has fed me air reliably for 14 years bites the dust.
Without air, this whole project hits the wall. Zaz and Kevin fight to revive the rusty workhorse, but it's breathed its last breath. Meanwhile, back on the island, the guys are ready for the arrival of the team from Air Tracks. A few days ago, Terry and Mike checked out some omnidirectional wheels that would be perfect for their prototype's sideways parking needs.
I think we're onto something. We got to get some of these wheels.
Now, a few days later, the Air Tracks team shows up, but the kit they bring is unassembled.
So was this exciting when you pulled it out of the box?
Yeah, it was. A few things were baffling me, like that. Now, which one goes where?
All we need to do is make this connection.
All right.
And identify these wires and extend them to those modules.
That doesn't sound so bad.
To get it completely done and all wrung out, I think we're probably looking at 2-3 days.
This is a complete shock to me. I expected them to be able to come in here in an afternoon and get this done. It's a bit of a setback, and I'm still trying to figure out, what to do about it.
With no progress being made on the island, and Zaz and Kevin mourning the loss of Kevin's compressor on the mainland, this build is ground to a halt.
I'm going to write up here on the board, here when done.
Looks like happy hour could be a long way off. Coming up, the machine shop breathes new life.